On July 30th, Prime Minister Mark Carney announced that Canada would recognize a Palestinian state during the 80th session of the United Nations General Assembly in September 2025, provided that the Palestinian state hold an election in 2026 with no involvement by Hamas and commit to demilitarization. What do you make of Mark Carney's announcement?
I do think it's the right thing that he's come out and said that Canada will recognize a Palestinian state. I think that's a very important development. You know, you can argue, of course, it should have come sooner or should have come years ago. But if we're talking about Carney and his role, I would say that is a good thing. And this actually follows up on other things that he's done, which have broken from the way the Trudeau government handled the Middle East and taken a stronger stand. While I would criticize the Carney government for not going farther, not being more forceful in its denunciation of what Israel is doing in Gaza, I do think this is an important step. It does illustrate the difference between Carney and Poilievre. Poilievre is just so militantly pro-Israel in all ways, so indifferent to the rights of the Palestinians, whereas Carney has taken a much tougher stand against Israel. Not tough enough, given what's happening, but very, very different than what we're seeing from Poilievre.
Should Canada be halting all shipments of ammunition to Israel?
Absolutely, it should be. There should be no shipments of any kind of armaments going to Israel at this point when it is carrying out activities that are clearly genocidal in Gaza and have been identified that way by human rights groups and by Israeli scholars of genocide. I mean, what is going on is so horrific. We have to absolutely cut off all armaments immediately.
You've been listening to a clip of In Bed with the Elephant with me, your host, Adrian Harewood. Be sure to check out the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon, iHeartRadio, and YouTube. And please be sure to like and subscribe to the podcast and write a review. We love hearing from you.